are getting heavy, I should let my head rest. Ain't no food in my belly, but that's when I do my best.
Hey, what's up? This is LoWright. We on Shades On with Kid Curry.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's up 509. This week, this episode, I got a very important special guest, I'd like to say. My cousin, LoWright.
What's good? What's good?
He's from Long Beach, California.
Well, that's where I'm living right now. For sure.
Yeah. Came up, and it's been a minute since we've seen each other.
Yeah. Shit, was it 2 years?
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw each other? It was
I brought you out for that.
Yeah.
For that.
I thought for some reason I thought there was something else before that. But yeah. All right.
Yeah, when I brought you out for the gig.
Yep.
Yeah, that 420 gig.
Where we froze in the middle of the night.
Hey, it was a great time. That was a great.
I don't know who left. I remember, I think it was Ross left his sleeping bag out there, and that thing by the end of the night was soaked because it was damp on the ground, and then it being so cold. He said it wasn't, it was nothing, but dude, that sleeping bag was frozen, dude.
Well, I don't know. Up here, I'm used to the weather.
Yeah, I know. You're living like Inuits.
So, welcome to Shades On. Welcome to the Mind Cube studio. So, want you, for everybody up here in Spokane or around here that doesn't know LoWright, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How old are you?
I am 26, just turned 26 on the 18th of June. Gemini. That doesn't really sit too well with too many people. Oh, no, you're a Gemini? Yeah, so I'm LoWright. First name's Logan. I just take the couple letters off. Yeah, LoWright. I just started rapping when I was making music. I mean, my brother told me, Michael, you tell me he walked downstairs and I was sitting there banging the, some drumsticks, and he's like, oh damn, you can actually keep a beat. I think I was probably 3, 4. I was pretty young. But, music just always ran in the blood in the family. From the native side of my family with Brad Wilk being the drummer for Rage Against the Machine. My brother's dad, Jim, he was a guitar player. He was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, I've heard hella stories about his side. Mom's
side. Saying that gives me fucking chills. But yeah, man, it's just, I don't know, being, pretty young and not, shit, I still sometimes don't really know exactly what I want. But, I was telling you this the other day, you hang out in a barbershop long enough, you end up getting a haircut. So,
yeah. And
that's really just what I want to do. I mean, if my end game, comes to just shining the shoes of my favorite rappers, fucking, I don't care, man. Who's that one cat? Is it Snoop Dogg? He pays money to roll blunts,
Pay 70-year-old blunts?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily that's something I would want to do, but probably walking out with a fucking mad nicotine high. But, yeah, it's definitely some, I definitely want to stay in that realm, whichever way. And, you hear that shit all the time, oh yeah, I used to be a rapper, he's a producer now. So, because, you have that ear for it. But, yeah, I just been sticking to music, been writing for a long time. I'd always put myself in those awkward positions, hanging out with the bigger kids. And, this rap circle, in high school or at a party. I always had those goofy raps.
When did you start? When did you start actually pursuing it? Or
I mean, I was probably 13 when I first started legit writing it down, because when I moved to,
yeah, I remember you moved away.
Yes, well, no, because I moved. So my mom moved from Portland, Oregon, to Spokane, and that's when she lived with Michael, because Michael just, my brother just had a kid.
At a young childhood, you moved from Spokane. Outside of Spokane.
I was back and forth, man.
Yeah.
But once I went back to Spokane, I followed my mom after I finished high school, and I was, I remember I got a Blue Yeti. That was my first mic.
I remember that.
And I remember Michael bought it. But I got in trouble, and I had to sell it. But I got out. What was my first single? It was called "Toxic Money." I got a little older. I found that on Bandcamp, and I deleted it. But it's yeah, I started at 13.
Yeah, I think there's a few of those I think floating around on YouTube. I'm like,
yeah,
please just go away.
I took it off because I mean, I never even knew this guy, but in high school, one of our rivals, I think it was football team, I think it was Southridge and Beaverton. This kid, Greg McKelvey, who was a rapper, and I didn't like him. So I put out my first diss track. But how can you put out a diss track when somebody doesn't know you? And you're like, you know, you delete it and you get like 8 views. So finding that, you know, I was like, fuck, I don't want anybody to fucking see this shit. So I took it off. But yeah, that was 13.
How was the transition for being a rapper, or you that is what you classify yourself as, or what do you?
I'm a spitter.
All right, for being a spitter.
Yeah.
Microphone spitter, whatever.
Yeah.
How is the difference or the transition from going from Portland or even from Spokane to Portland to LA?
Like living wise or just like music wise?
Music wise.
Dude, music
was, from the environment and
it was great, man. I think that's why I have such a wide variety of just like
to just your resources, everything.
Yeah, I would, dude, like transition was always, you know, it was a transition, it was a learning curve for sure, but you know, definitely I remember even when I was staying with Keisha, I told him, I was like, you know, I told them, I use these words exactly. I said, I feel like Spokane's like a ball and chain. It's not, you know, like you told me this going over the bridge, like they built these, you know, apartments so they couldn't see the shitty ones.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I just didn't feel like there was much, you know, give back into the community because there's not much given to them. So it's like, you know, it goes back and forth. But you notice that, and that's where you get, you know, you get some good music out here. You get some, you know, some grungy music. And shit, the Northwest, that's where some of the best music comes from, man. Nirvana, Alice in Chains. Like, these guys are, you know, the rain, man. Like the weather, it has a toll. So you know, the transition from going gloomy weather to sunny weather, or you know, you get that different range of music. You know, sunny weather, these motherfuckers waking up, rolling blunts, feeling happy, walking outside without a t-shirt. Out here, you're all cold and you're like waking up like motherfuckers, you know. It's always a transition. So like, you know, you get that and you hear that in the music with like anything you do, wherever you go. Fuck yeah. I would definitely say that there was, you know, a drastic change in all that for sure.
Even on what your content turned into.
Yeah, I mean, cause you know, I'm living life at the same time, so I'm like, oh, this shit's happening to me. You know, good, bad. You know, things I'm not sure, you know, what to make of it. You know, and that's, you know, I just. Yeah, definitely shaped, you know, the content. It kind of like a conjure of my own content, you know, living through all this shit. And half the time I'm kind of inflicting most of the problems on myself. But, you know, I think now growing, you know, being in California is, I don't know, especially, you know, being with my girlfriend, I've like humbled, you know, I've really like calmed down. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, it's changed me in a way, like, you know, I still bark at people sometimes, you know, because like you kind of have to. Living in Long Beach, you're like people, you can't act like a bitch, you know. Like you're like, you know, if you're living out in the city in Spokane, you gotta be on your shit. You can't be, you know, people. Hey man, you cool if I get $1? Like what, dude? I just walked out of my house. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel it. Yep.
You know, like you gotta.
Yep.
You know, like if I went from that, you know, the first week and that happened to me living in Long Beach, I would have been like, oh yeah, sure, you know. Fuck you, dude. You kidding me? That asshole's gonna go across the street and ask that person now. What? It's crazy. So you kind of have to have like, gotta be a little jaded, I guess. You know, kind of have to be a little bit an asshole living out there. But I'm humbled, you know, for the most part. I'm really about, you know. I don't know. I think it's the sunshine. I think I was deficient in vitamin D. I don't think we were getting enough over here.
Being all what? So. Real quick, how about a COVID catch-up? Can you tell us what's going on going on down in LA?
Oh, okay. Same shit everywhere, man. It's just like different scales.
Is it worse? Isn't it?
Well,
it's Cali like shut down.
Cali's not like shut down. It's a lot of the goes. There's some restaurants you can go in and eat. Like my girlfriend, she's a server. She lives for the tips, man. But you know, she's still working. People still have their jobs. Still, people are going in and getting some food and. You know, but when you go into a bar, you don't get to sit at the bar. That's not a thing.
Yeah. Some places.
Yeah, so So I would imagine whatever you would imagine, like the worst you've seen out here is probably like more common in Long Beach. You know, there's no way in hell you're getting into any establishment without a mask. No way, dude. I mean, you don't. And it's cool. It's fine. You know, there's still the 6, feet apart. It just takes me longer to get what I need when I go into the store because there's this grocery store I go to, and it's just like TV that tells you go to aisle or go to, checkout number 2. And it's like, fucking, dude, it feels like robots in here. It's like this huge screen, they're in a bubble, got a face mask. I'm like constantly like, what? Yeah, bag is, what? Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm like, I can't fucking hear you. There's a piece of plastic and there's socks over our mouths and we're trying to talk to each other. So everything's frustrating, and half the time I fucking walk outside, it's just like, oh, mask. Gotta go back. Forgot my wallet. It's just like, dude, it's not spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. It's spectacles, testicles, wallet, and mask now. You gotta have all these things. My pockets are bulging by the time I get outside. But yeah, that shit's, it's everywhere. And I live across the street from a hospital, which is fantastic. Not the best, but
wow,
it's cool.
So
very loud.
You just released an album.
Yes, I did. Yes, sir.
What's the name of it?
The Blues.
The Blues.
Yeah, I was going for a couple different names, but I was going to the blues, man. I think that's definitely like a blues. Yeah, it's good. I think that's good. It was definitely the blues feels, some lovey-dovey. There's some sad in there. There was, there's a wide spectrum of it. We had some hype songs in there, but for the most part, a lot of emotion. Lost a couple buddies during the making of that. It took me 3 years because I moved to Long Beach September. I can't believe I remember this. September 9th of 2016. And shortly, probably like 3 months after that, that's when I started that shit. Right on it. I mean, the first song I did was right before I moved here. I was, chilling with Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Raid Skis, chilling with Bert. Shout out Bert.
Shout out Raid Ski.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're
talking about the homie last week also.
Yeah, we're just chilling, man. In his house. Last couple days gonna be in town before moving to Cali and bust out a couple songs. And that was the birth of it right there, man. But there was no vision like, oh, this could be an album, because initially I had 16 songs, and I cut it down to 12. I released 2 singles, and some of them didn't make the cut. But yeah, I moved to 12. I felt like that was a good one. I really wanted to make a skit, some type of skit. I feel like that would have been appropriate. But yeah, I just I felt 12 was good. Intro, outro. Got a few features. Definitely look forward to seeing Ross on there. Raid Ski. You see the homie Edward. That motherfucker is a spitter. My buddy Sorrenta.
I know some people are gonna be finding that here in a few.
Yeah.
We're gonna, I think, let the listeners check out Noise, right?
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to.
Yeah, this is just a solo one, and then the next one is, what did I send you? Is Traveler. That's me and my buddy O. Shout out O. You can find him. He's in a group in Portland called the Kings. Some gangster shit right there, man. You want to hear some Portland gangster music, definitely look up the Kings. I got some other artists, definitely reach out to this man right here. Yeah, am I missing anybody?
Well, what platforms? You just released this album, and I know you actually put it on like Spotify.
It's everywhere. If you want me to be, I could be specific. Yeah, let me look it up because I know because it sends me this.
Yeah, what know off the top of your head?
I don't know. But it's everywhere. All digital stores: iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, fucking your grandma's new app she just made. All that shit. I'm literally. You'll find me on YouTube. We have 2 accounts. One's personal, and the other's the one that they make me. And they just make it easier because when I don't have like any visual, they just already take. It's sweet. They do it for me. They take the cover that I uploaded, because it's connected to the CPU number. I think that's what it's called. And they just throw it on YouTube for me. Throw the song in there, make it really easy. I don't have to do anything like that. No, I don't have to throw it through any type of editing.
Huh.
It's not even loading. But and it's in all around the world.
Okay.
Every country, everywhere. So if you're in Bangladesh, fucking click that
You'll
shit.
be able to hear it.
If you,
You'll
you're in
able to find
Japan,
this.
click it, you know?
Well, let's check out Noise.
Yeah, dude, do it. Let's do that.
Excuse me, Jet. What? You said 3, not 4.
Throw down your guns now! Disinformation is sometimes required for enemies and allies.
Don't pull that art of war crap on me. And you take too long to take a shit.
Backpacking, real rapping, tell me where your weed at. Fast action, band practice, we don't need the feedback. Man passing, I'm asking God, why'd he do that? Why'd he do that? Why'd he do that? Main passion, lane passing, I don't need to relax. Brain spasm, rain had him, I don't understand that. Lane fathom, ain't happened, this was just a relapse. How did I not see that? I was on the weed path. No, we don't do it, we don't know if it's right. Crosshair, cause you fall right inside. Robert De Niro, just analyze. We were on 11, we don't know where to go.
Boys, let's get this guy too! Get up! Alright, put your hands behind your head like everyone else. Hey, look at me! Don't you go back to sleep, you little punk!
Minds are getting heavy, I should let my head rest. Ain't no food in my belly, but that's when I do my best. The weight's up for my chest, swish one off an eyelash, fish one off the Pyrex. Bitch, you know that I'm next, dishing up the 5 fish, asking if I signed yet. I didn't even mind yet, let alone finish my dish. And the phone to my bitch, she handles all the finances, handles where the sand is, and roll where my hand is. You blasting with the cam kid. I don't really think that you're doing it right, doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. I don't really think that you're doing it right.
If we don't work, you don't eat. You're a hunting dog. Hunt up some food. We girls are different. We have to be pampered.
Come on, baby, let's go drink a body weight. I could drive us home safe. We're mobbing on the holiday. I'm nodding on the freeway. They stash me in the Kuma tank. Obituaries, who are they? Feeling scary till this day. 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 Oh my, till this day. Till this day. All the day. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Till this day. Oh my God. Till this day. Till this day. Oh my God. Till this day. Till this day. Day. Alright. You keep that one. Maybe there'll be some good shit in there. Let's do another one.
All right, everybody. That was Noise by LoWright.
Bangladesh, click it. Right.
If they are checking it out. So you're saying before we went and checked out the song, they set it up for you on YouTube. Who's they?
Amuse. So I tried a couple of different distribution companies.
Okay.
I was thinking about going through distro, but there's benefits for a lot. But once you sign up and you get your BMI, you're good.
Yeah.
You're only looking at just paying the distribution company a fee. It's like
annual fee.
Yeah, I think it's an annual fee. $7 or something. Yeah, I think it's something like that. I think it's pretty cheap. It might be a month. I'm not sure, but yeah, man, they're pretty cool. I knew a couple other people that use them in Portland. Cause like when you're making music, dude, like you're sitting there like, what? How do I get this farther than YouTube and like SoundCloud and stuff? And I found out that there's this distribution companies they'll help you do that. They're like really there for you. I mean, posting this album, I was flagged 8 times.
What?
Well, because there's a lot of guidelines you have to go through. So, because you're following guidelines of, think of like the largest, platforms, music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. You got to follow. They have like some guidelines you have to, go through. They put your music through an algorithm that makes sure you're not stealing samples or anything. They want the artwork to make sure there's no logos on the shirt. If there is, it's your logo or they're really strict, and they want to make sure like the cover, excuse me, the cover is crisp. It comes out into, I think it's minimum 3,000 pixel by 3,000 pixel, something like that. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a totally another realm for me. So,
Who else helped you work on the album?
I had this guy I found on Instagram. His name is Corey Fastart. Cool guy. Check him out. For sure does some good art. I was just one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, cause I made a cover for it, and that's one of the reasons why it was flagging me. It's because of the cover, and I think it was because of the abbreviated Pit Duck Productions. And I don't think I could have had that on there. And then it was me uploading through the phone, but I was like, you know, I'm just gonna get a clean, album art from somebody, and I looked it up on Instagram, found this guy Corey Fastart. I gave him $30 initially for a cover just to see what, because he had two prices, 30 and 70, or 30 and 80. I was like, all right, let's see what 30 looks like. Made me that jerk, cover. That's a project already in the making, so you could look forward to that. And then the jerk, yeah, gotta be some reason why I got that on my arm. Yeah, so I paid him $80 and he sent me that in like 5 days. And I was like, hey man, so I want to call it the blues. No specific colors, but obviously blue would be a part of it being called the blues. But I was like, man, here's the name. This is what I want to, I want to call it this. And I sent him my project, and I was like, if you don't mind like checking it out, and I want you to kind of like, I like your work, so I don't want to tell you how to make it. I want you to make it.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever you do. And he sent me a couple different versions, like some fonts. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. $80. And he revised it a couple times. Dude, he's on his shit. I think he's from I want to say Connecticut. I don't know. But yeah, he's cool, really cool guy. He even reposted it for me on his page. And I was like shocked, man. He sit there and like that's like 40 minutes out of somebody's life. They had to, listen to the music. I mean, that's cool that he took the time out of his own life to do that. Not only,
hell yeah, that's what's
and I paid him $80 to make it. That's already taking up time too.
Definitely.
So for him to do that was awesome. So definitely deserves a shout out for sure. Corey Fastart on Instagram.
What about who produced it or?
So yeah, I did a lot of the recording in my room, because I'll go to the studio with the buddy, my homies, and my some of them I don't know, they can build up the ambiance, and like they can boost morale to a certain extent, but like I like sitting in my room by myself smoking, or if my girl's laying on the bed or something just rapping, or yelling in the mic. But that comes with bad studio, or like bad acoustics. So I'm usually sitting there with a towel over my head or something, or I'll like hang up some of this thick blanket I'll just prop up. But it works, and I get a clean recording. I'll put my edits on it, and I'll bring it to my buddy Fuzzy Palettes, and he helped me all the way through. And this is his project too, like he was there 100% of the way. And we're gonna be doing some live shows too. He's the guy who did the song People for me.
Okay. He
did that beat, he did all that. I went up to him because we used to work together. So I went up to him, I was like, yo man, I want to record this, I got it done. Here's the beat. And he goes, this is dope, it's cool. He goes, do you mind if I remake it? And I was like, sure. Just remakes it right in front of me. And I was like, that's tight. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna bounce it, see, listen on the ride home. And I got another edit when I woke up the next day to a completely different beat. I was like, whoa, where'd you get this? How much do I have to pay? And he's like, I made it. I was like, how much should I have to pay? Yeah, I mean, he's awesome, man. And he dedicates like his whole room. He folds his bed up so he's got more room to record.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, Fuzzy Palettes, shout out Buzzy. He's got a Twitch. He'll do some live streams and making music on his on all his toys and stuff. He's badass, man. Anybody ever looking to work with a cat like that, he's not main focus is not hip hop or rap. So I think I'm his first. So it's cool to work with people like that because you don't get that like I don't know. I feel like there's more substance when you work with somebody that's like that does other music other than
So
hip hop and
how
rap.
do you guys work together in the studio? Like,
We're good.
you guys have pretty quick creative process. Or
yeah,
you
definitely.
Take a long.
Cause he likes to sit there and make the beat, which gives me a lot of time to come up with some type of melody, some type of chorus, and
So you did quite a bit. You did quite a bit of studio time.
yeah. So we'll get in. Yeah, and he doesn't charge me anything for it. He usually like last time I think I bought the beat for like $50. Went in, I paid him 50, and I haven't even finished it. We just put it on the back burner, but it's like you look at it like a flat rate. But yeah, he's pretty good about that, because he knows like sometimes as an artist you need to like kind of be in your own head or like be in your head or just in like your own space. So he'll come over, he'll press play, record, and he'll walk away, and he just got that on a loop. So I'm just sitting there and I'll just do whatever I want. He'll go. Sometimes he just walked down to the beach before, because he's right there. He's like 2 blocks away from the beach in Long Beach. And he'll walk around, and he'll be chill, and he'll come back 20, 30 minutes later or something when we got some stuff done. But it's, like I said, I've always liked being in my room and doing that. I've always got the best material.
What was the last project or what was the last single project you put out before this album?
It was the Mac Miller tribute song, Funeral. So I did that with, it was with my buddy O, myself, and Ziggy Stoner. Shout out Ziggy Stoner. He's out in Colorado. He just had a son. He's got 2 kids, and he's just
I remember he's on some older
yeah,
tracks
man.
with you.
He's
pretty dope.
fucking dope, man. I really have mad love for him. I really do. Yeah, he goes by Ziggy Stoner. He's a cool cat. We were it was right. Yeah, I started writing that the day I was in San Diego, and I was driving with my girlfriend. And it was for her birthday, and I get a call from my buddy. Fuck, man, R.I.P. Mac Miller. I got a call, dude, and I'm getting chills right now. And he goes, my buddy from the Kings. He goes, yo. He's like, yo, Lo, Mac just died. I was like, shut up, bro. No, bro, he's dead. I'm like, I hung up. I looked up on the internet. Saw he passed away from cardiac arrest and fucking fentanyl, dude. And I remember I took my seatbelt off, and my girlfriend was pissed because I was like, yelling in San Diego. It was like, rest in peace, Mac Miller. People are looking at me crazy and shit. I'm like probably breaking the news to them. They're like, fuck you, I probably say the same shit, asshole. But I went back to the hotel room, and I just I shedded a few tears, man. Mac Miller really, dude, that guy, his music, bro, like that was as a young weed smoker, you resonate with him, and then seeing him transition into this artist. He was an artist, dude. He played guitar.
He was a musician.
I mean, he was a musician. Yeah, he played guitar. He was on piano. Like, dude, he was on everything, man. And that's somebody I looked up to. So I got back to the hotel, and I just started writing that. And it wasn't till this is trippy. It was not till I was at OG Lee's house, and he goes, "Hey, what's up with that song you did with so and so?" And I was like, "Oh shit." And I go to post it on SoundCloud, and it's September 7th, the day he died. Trippy. I was, whoa, what a day to drop that. So, I dropped it that day. I thought that was that was like a sign or something. I was like, that didn't just happen, coincidence, dude.
Yeah.
It's 1 year.
Just
1
synced
year.
up, right?
Yeah, dude, it was weird. I don't know, man. It's always like, yeah, it's like, it's weird. Some weird stuff when stuff like that happens. But
so you've been from Spokane to Portland, LA, and this next song you got is Traveler.
Yeah, Traveler. That's a good one, man.
So what?
One of my favorites on the project.
Where'd you get your inspiration for your samples and a lot of your beats for these?
So
besides, the producer.
Yeah. I really liked I really like this anime. I know everyone's like rolling their eyes probably right now, but it's an anime. It's called Cowboy Bebop. You don't like it, I'm not gonna lie. You watch it and be the judge yourself. He's a bounty hunter in space, and he's a cowboy, and he doesn't ride horses obviously, but he's in a spaceship. But I don't know, man. He's just there's just something about that show. The opening credits is like some mash jazz, and you just walk around smoking cigarettes, kicking ass, I just every time I watch it, I'll pause and be like, that was a good quote, and I'll like take a picture of like the episode, the time. I'm like, thank you, and then next thing you know, dude, like it's not on every song, but I just found all these different quotes from the project, from
Is it a popular show?
I mean, yeah, it was
popular anime.
Yeah, I think it came out in '94.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Okay.
Yeah, so and they got I think there's a few movies, but yeah, I just every time I saw that, it's like, I have to put that in, in a project. It'd sound weird if you had all these different, samples from all these different movies and stuff. No, it'd be like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I kept it to one. But if you guys, if anyone's ever watched that, they're gonna definitely be able to recognize that.
Okay.
Logic. He's put out that the album Most Incredible Story. So he's sitting there. You see, he's like sitting in a spaceship, right? That white guy you see in the middle who's driving or who's flying. You hear him on the project, and he that's the guy that plays Spike in Cowboy Bebop. So he has so he hired him to basically, I don't know, if I would imagine he was part of writing the storyboard for it, but
producing.
Yeah, for sure. But it was way it was constructed. I fell in love. I've always liked hearing his voice on the cartoon and on that project, and I just pieces just fell together. Definitely an inspiration for sure of that project. But yeah, it was Cowboy Bebop, dude. That guy's badass, dude. Doesn't like fucking space, bounty hunters. Badass.
So this next one for everyone, Traveler,
yeah, featuring O from the Kings. Yeah, kick it.
Yeah, so shout out him.
Shout out O. Yeah, shout out O from the Kings, man. That's a badass rapper out there in Portland, Oregon.
Let's flip a coin. Heads I tell you, tails we go out on a date. Are all the employees here like you? You got some pretty classy moves for a corporate girl.
The more that you know, the shorter your life will be.
Love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
I was born 1994, the 18th of June, about 8 pounds, but enough family in the room to fill an NA meeting. Daddy brought the bottle too. I don't know what he was thinking, never really liked the food. He was always drinking, had it down with the food. Heart was always beating, just knew I was good. The shit went missing, started changing our moods. Couldn't tell if it's the junkie or the cat with no clue. But this cat had bags, motherfucker wouldn't move. Black in a shoe, that's how we made moves. But no money came through, that's a sad ass dude. That's a bad attitude, like dad, that's you. Like dad, that's you. That's you. Like dad, that's you. Like dad, that's you.
It's you. Sometimes you feel like the walls is closing in. Gotta fight. I'm surrounded by bad thoughts and drowning in my own. Fight, young brother, fight. Have to fight my way out, and I'm all alone. All alone. The walls. The walls is closing in on you, and destruction is imminent. Then you have to give it your all, and you have to fight. I've been a man that they always counted out. I've been a man, but I always made it out. I was broke, so I had to hustle out. I was never handing out. I always made it out. I didn't have a path, I had to make my own. I didn't have a dad, but my mom was home, so I was hustling bad. All I had was bags, so all I had was ass. not kill me. They wanna get me, these suckers not real, G. They not real, G, these suckers not with me. I'm not guilty, is what I told the judge. That's what I told the judge. I came up grinding with a grudge. I had a motherfucking grudge on my shoulder. I'm the man with the plan and the walls is closing in on us. Destruction is imminent, it's imminent. Will you remain limited by your own, limited by your own restrictions, by your own depression, or will you progress? Will you progress? Take the steps to find yourself, to find you, my brother. You are the one.
He would understand. I swear on Bartol to God, he would understand.
All right, everybody. That was Traveler
Traveler featuring O
from the Kings.
from the Kings. Yeah. Oh, well, I think he likes O of the Kings, but he is from the Kings. Yeah.
So, what with this album, this project you just put out? What kind of message, what sound are you trying to put out to your listeners, so that anybody that doesn't know you were to listen to it? What
sound?
What?
I'm staying. I'm trying to stick true to the roots. I like to consider it like some boom bappy, like it's really whatever you want, man. Music's subjective, but I like to, it's just some rap, it's some heartfelt, lyrics. Yeah.
And what kind of message do you like out of the album? Do you want your listeners to pick up to be able to?
Dude, enjoy this life, man, because this shit is weird. Like I said, there's a couple friends lost in the making of it. And really, you'll hear a couple of those songs, man, when you hear that. But, you just have to remind yourself, dude, like, you get to live every day and you die once. It's out of here and you live once, you only live once. Fuck that, you live every day. You live every day, dude. And it's just, like just same thing with yesterday, at the river. Scary. Alexa. Dude, like I was just, you just go into fight or flight. But yeah, man, just enjoy it, man, because you never know when it could take, your life could be taken away. Somebody's there one day, gone the next. It's weird. It's honestly, it's so surreal. It is, and I know you know what I'm talking about. You've dealt with that at a younger age, and even when I was little, like I remember seeing like an open casket, but it didn't affect me like that, Losing a fucking friend, dude, somebody you love and you made music with or ate at their fucking parents' house, that is. It really makes you sit there and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
So, dude, my message for this project is if you got a grudge against somebody, fucking drop it, dude. If you love them, they're part of your family, dude, cut it out, dude. Go give them a hug. Because what's going to happen if they're not there or if you're gone? Last memory, not being happy with each other? Screw that, dude. That's why I was so happy our family was able to meet up like that. That was beautiful, dude. It's crazy. Enjoy it every day, every second you get, dude. That's what I'm saying in this project. Because, same thing with like my girl humbling me. You have to realize that, there's some points in my life where I was suicidal, dude. Like it was like, I was like, dude, like I don't know what to do. Like fuck music. I don't want to do anything, Well, you can't, man. You can't do that. You got to just keep going. What if you give up today and tomorrow you're supposed to make it? You kidding me? My mom, your aunt, she used to tell me, Logan, if you don't do anything today, tomorrow will be shot. And I said that in a song. If you don't do anything today, tomorrow will be shot and it will be imminent and it will bleed. You don't do anything today, tomorrow shot. It's done. Done. Fucking just go back to bed, bro.
I remember.
Just go back to bed if you're just gonna act like that.
I remember what song that is too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't think of it at the top of my head. Because I'm a space cadet, but but yeah, man, enjoy that. Enjoy that life. Family. Most important thing.
Breathe.
It is. Breathe. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, your old song.
Dude,
Breathe.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, you're right, man.
So.
And you know what? He was on.
That was with
yeah
Jay Taylor.
R.I.P. Jake Taylor, man. Got his name right here.
Yeah, he did the hook on that song, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to his ex. I believe they were married wife, Jessica, and she's like, yeah, I still listen to those, to that project all the time.
Yeah, I listen to some
and
of the songs.
It's funny.
On my SoundCloud playlist.
Every time I see him on my SoundCloud, and I haven't been on there in so long, but every time I go, there's always a couple songs, and I already know what songs are being played. I already know it's that.
That's dope.
Every time I remember when we did a show, and he was in Eugene, and he couldn't show up. Just how it bummed me out, because we never got to perform together. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. You just gotta enjoy it. Man.
Well, more favorite song. I got some questions for you. So more about like your favorite songs and stuff you like to do. So there's some random ones for you real quick. So where's your favorite place you've ever performed at?
Favorite place? Okay. I would definitely say the Hawthorne, Portland. It's great, dude. That had I love the acoustics. The floor was this type of floor where if enough people are bouncing.
Night?
Huh?
Any specific night?
I don't remember what night.
Any specific night that in remembrance that stood out?
I mean, it was. I mean, it's the first time. I mean, it's the only time I ever played there.
Okay.
Hopefully not the last, but it was me and Ross, and I think we had to perform that song without Jake, so we had our buddy Zach do it. Which was weird, but yeah, no, I remember so in the back of the stage, so you got right here, there's some stairs right here. So we're all chilling right there, basically backstage watching all our homies, rap. Yeah, that was the biggest show for sure, like at live, it was just live, dude. It was, people were jumping, people were really involved in that.
It was packed.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, like I think that's probably by far one of my favorite places.
Hell yeah.
Because like the way they design a lot of those floors is it's like bouncy almost, so you can get so it kind of gives a little bit. So yeah, for sure that I love that that venue, Hawthorne.
What's the least favorite song you liked? The least favorite song you perform?
I think
that you have performed.
Yeah, I would say like something that's, and you don't know this until you do it. You don't go up there and like, oh man, they're gonna love it, or they're gonna hate this. Like you're not gonna know until you actually do it. And half the time when nobody knows you, they're just like, how can you really tell? But
what song you got?
I would say probably Aqua Kama Mata. Probably wouldn't be my favorite. Shout out fucking Ross's Raidsky's dad. Dude, he was such a spaz. He would always say underwater basket weaving, and I was like, what does that mean? It's like underwater basket weaving. I'm like, why is it underwater? Like, I'm so confused. Explain it to me. You know what that means, right? It's like adding an extra step.
Oh.
Completely useless. No need to do that. So I said so I call it the underwater basket weaving flow. It's like if I were to do that on stage, I'd have to probably explain it to them first. And that's not something I really want to do, so I'd probably just cut it. We don't want to do it.
You've never done it not live?
I don't think I have. Yeah, I just don't think that would be one to... People know that, and it's probably going to laugh, but I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could. Yeah, it's too goofy.
What's your favorite song to perform?
I love Ghidorah. I love that one, dude. I love that one with all the homies, dude. Like Bert, dude. Holy shit, that guy. He goes, I'm taking pictures down in your house. This is my house now. Whoa, what? He took down your pictures in your house, and now it's his. Okay, all right, that's cold. I remember when I heard that, I was like, okay.
Have you forgot to perform it with Ross and them?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Damn, I
We
wish I
did it.
would have saw that.
It was at Hawthorne.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, damn, I might be getting this wrong. It was I think Bert couldn't make it, so I don't think we had to cut that out, which actually was a bummer. But he did perform it through a house show for my buddy Abraham, called him AJ. We threw a going away party. He was going to the Air Force, and I threw a house show and had him play there. It was called I called it Abraham Drinking instead of Abraham Lincoln, and it was dope. It was one of my first and only house shows I've ever thrown, and he got him to go. It was pretty cool. There was probably like 60 people there, but definitely good door, dude. That's just dope.
What's your least favorite event show you ever done?
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know, dude. The cold mountains of Fairfax.
We were outside of Pullman. Dude, that 420 Fest out in the Palouse foothills.
Yo, Pullman, you looking at this? And Dax. No, dude, like I was trying to come home with a dread that night. Just but I just didn't feel. I know it was the first year and it just wasn't put together. But okay, you have to understand, man. When you're throwing a like a concert or a festival, who's the most important people?
Artists.
No shit. It's crazy. So dude, there was no, hey man, hey, I'm Dax, nice to meet you. So I'm gonna put you on this time. Like there was no. It was like he was worried about money the entire time.
That he just scammed people.
Yeah, so I was, and I remember there was that food spot where I was buying food, and I remember I heard him talking shit about him. No, we're not gonna pay him anything. I was like, I'm definitely buying food from you guys. I'm gonna give you my money because I know it's not going back to him. But yeah, it was all right, and it was really cold, dude. My chapstick was frozen.
So
I had to wear my shoes and my sleeping bag.
All right.
It was cold, and that was cool.
You just are not used to this Northwest weather.
I know. I should have came with like a snow jacket or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing moment or thing ever happened on stage?
Oh, I went too hard on the first song, and I just like wore my voice out, and I just couldn't talk. I was just
dead by second song.
It just looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like somebody unraveled a mummy. It was I remember my buddy was like, "Hear you." I was like, "I know, because I'm dying up here." Yeah, you just gotta make sure, man. It's all about breathing exercises. You're gonna drink a hot toddy, a little bit of tea, honey, lemon. Take it easy. Don't yell in the mic. They can hear you. You have a microphone.
The mic don't lie.
Yeah, the mic don't lie.
So one of my favorites. What is the best advice you've been given to as an artist this far in your career? Get you there?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, definitely. I haven't thought about that. Best advice. Man, the best advice I've ever given, and this is from my girlfriend. Who else is gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? How is it that I want to go see somebody when you don't want to see yourself? When you don't believe in your music or your whatever you're doing.
I feel it.
Like that's the most important. You can apply it to everything, dude. You want to be good at washing dishes? Like, I don't know, like apply it. You like do anything in your life.
Be a championship dishwasher.
Yeah, who cares? You want to be a professional dishwasher? That's all you, man. But yeah, man, just really believing in yourself, because I mean, you can have your mom on the sidelines or your girlfriend, cheering you on, but best example, or best, damn, I think I just tongue-tied. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, best example is to lead,
Yes.
Yeah, so lead by example. There we go. I got it.
Did I butcher metaphors on?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely coming out screwed up, and not to mention I'm going off like 6 hours of sleep, and
hey, we had a long week.
We had a long night, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
What is planned for you when you get back to LA? What's next for LoWright after this album drop?
Man, that's a good question. I got a bunch of, I ordered some stickers and stuff to kind of like hand out. I want to kind of keep like a little arsenal of merchandise. Because, you know, I want to play shows. And right now it's just not really a thing in Long Beach anywhere really. So, you know, I'm just going to do what I can. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to have the merchandise. Just think about getting some shirts. And, you know, when the time comes, I'm going to have that, you know, I'll have that ready to, you know, push. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been some times I walked into like the Good Bar, you know, shout out the Good Bar in Long Beach. I walked in there and this guy was wearing a pin, one of the first pins I made. Oh, I'm like, that's dope, bro. I like that pin. He goes, oh, thanks, man. I'm like, that's me. He goes, oh, sick, dude. I was like, yeah. So I was like, that's fucking cool. You know, I don't know, man. Long Beach is it's small, you know, but it's big. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I run into people all the time because it's like the locals, man.
I don't know. You made that sound like here, but I know it's way bigger.
Yeah, no, for sure. But you know, like, think about it. You know, if you're going to the, you know, you got your bars, you got your places you like to go. You're gonna see a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be able. You can't really hide out there, you know, from anybody. If you live in East Side Long Beach, and I'm like, I like my spot. I'm right down the street from
pretty chill spot.
Yeah. What did I say? Oh yeah, Paulie's called Paulie High School. It's the school that Snoop Dogg and Kristen Dunst went to. So you know, there's some people there. So you know, like it's definitely a good spot to start because you know you want to start out in LA. You got a big demographic to you know to hit. There's a lot of there's a lot of people. There's a lot of hungry artists out there, dude. And yeah, I think just some shows or let's get some shows going. That's really what I want. I haven't done a show in like 3 years, dude. This album's taken up so much of my time. You know?
Damn.
Yeah. That's a lie. No. I did, I did the one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I did that one in between. I also did, what the fuck am I saying? I also did like this little house show. It was really weird, but and it was like this guy that brought me to the house show. He kept taking the mic and like trying to rap. I'm like, no, this is not your song.
Well,
I'm super confused. But.
For everybody up here in the north, up in 509 Spokane area, weren't you wanting to spit something for us up here?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna remember the whole thing, but I guess once it ends, right?
True. You can cut. Well, if you want to cut, so he can like get ready and acapella.
I could just do it right now.
All right, I didn't think you had it like that quick.
All right. When I was growing up, I had a gang of friends, but not one told me how the day would end. So homie came through with a duffel of pears, and not knowing what they do, he's just making the ends. He started flaunting a few, and now the public attends, and now we stepping in new, got people looking again. Not a drop in the news, not for my kin. You better stop in your tracks before they get you again. You wearing guilty on your garments like the polo was dead. I said 40 for the baggie if you want it like that. More change up in the pocket, get me all right back. We ain't sticking to the bottle, we don't want it like that. We're the midnight marauders, you're a minimal cat. I've been driving about an hour, you were sleep in the back. You were doing lots of powder, even ate the bag. So I threw up the ball and you were up to bat. You blocked my call, you must really be mad. There we go.
Hey.
That's dope, huh?
Hey.
Yeah, I need to put that in the song.
All right, everybody. If you like that, be sure to follow him on all his accounts. On all his accounts. Check out his new album, The Blues.
Yeah.
Where can these people find you at? Where can they find LoWright?
You can find me on everything, man. Twitter is a little confusing, so I'm not even gonna say it because I need to make a new one. But you can just look up, just look for LoWright. Everything else is at LoWright. Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first one that pops. I'll be the first one that pops up. So either way, if you like me, you don't. Still type that in. Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Don't add me on Snapchat. I don't use it. All that. Yeah, YouTube, LoWright, LO_WRIGHT.
Be sure to give your boy Kid Curry a follow at TheRealKidCurry918 on Twitter, Instagram, Kid Curry on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe, share, repost, comment, tell everybody's drama about it, shout it at the window.
Play it for your dog.
Send it to somebody in Bangladesh, apparently. Just get this video out there.
You need help growing one of your plants? Just take a headphones, my music playing. That shit's gonna grow real good. Or not. I don't know. But you should do it.
Like to thank you for coming down to the MindTube studio, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks for being
that.
on Shades On, Kid
Yeah,
Carey.
of course, man. Shades on.
Appreciate you, fam.
Of course. Oh, yeah. That's dope.